Hello everybody, this is Tucker Miller here again, and tonight, like I said, for my next movie review, I'm gonna be reviewing on Robin Hood. Came out in 1973. So anyways, let's get to the plot. So, the plot of this movie is we got this fox named Robin Hood, who was voiced by Brian Bedford, and Robin Hood teams up with this bear named Little John, who was voiced by Phil Harris, and then Robin Hood likes to steal all the Robin Hood and Little John like to do is they like to steal money from the witch and give it to the poor to support them, and then there's this lion named Prince John who wants Robin Hood to stop stealing all the money because, well, Prince John wants to have all the money to himself. And yeah. And then, meanwhile, Robin Hood met this female fox named Marian, and yeah. And then Robin Hood has to do everything he can to steal all the money from Prince John and give it to the poor. So yeah. But anyways, it is up to Robin Hood to steal the money from Prince John and give it to the poor, and that's basically what the plot is. Now, what can I say about Robin Hood? I think Robin Hood is a great Disney classic from 1973. Yeah, Robin Hood is a great classic. I really enjoy Robin Hood. It's a great film. And this is one of my mom's favorite Disney movies. I think this might be her favorite Disney movie. Either that or Sleeping Beauty. But yeah. So yeah, and tomorrow is Mother's Day, so yeah. So yeah, happy Mother's Day tomorrow, and yeah. So yeah, and then yeah, well, I'm probably filming around midnight, so is most likely is Mother's Day, but yeah, in that case, regardless, happy Mother's Day, everyone, and yeah, and yeah, like I said, this is one of my mom's favorite Disney movies. Like I said, I think this is her favorite Disney movie or Sleeping Beauty. She likes is either one of those two, Sleeping Beauty or Robin Hood. So yeah, my mom loves both of these movies. So yeah, Robin Hood is a great classic. I can agree with my mom. It is a great Disney classic. But I wouldn't consider this to be a favorite, but I still really enjoy this film. I still really enjoyed Robin Hood. I remember watching it quite a bit when I was a kid. I think the first time I watched this movie was back in 2010. Either 2009, 2010. I think it was actually 2010. And I remember, this movie was on TV I remember this movie was on TV before we saw or after we saw Toy Story 3 in theaters. So yeah, I remember this movie playing on the TV before or after Toy Story 3 playing in theaters. So yeah, I don't remember which, but I kind of do remember this film playing on the day when I saw Toy Story 3 in theaters. So yeah, I think I remember that. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my mom really likes this film, like I said before, and yeah. Robin Hood is this is definitely a great classic. Although when this film came out, although when this movie came out in 1973, when it first came out in 1973, the film apparently received mixed to negative reviews, but yeah, this movie had received mixed reviews when it came out back in 1973. And then, yeah. Yeah, this film did receive mixed reviews when it first came out in theaters back in 1973. That was like almost 52 years ago. This movie would be turning 52 years old this November, because the film itself came out in theaters on November 8th, 1973. And yeah. 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 Yeah, again, like I said before, this film, when this film first came out, it had received mixed reviews. But now I think some people might still consider this to be one of the weaker Disney films, but it is still a great classic, nonetheless. So yeah. I really enjoyed Robin Hood. Now, let's talk. I watched this film quite a bit when I was a kid. I wouldn't say not as much as stuff like Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, and any other Pixar film, or even stuff like Shrek. But I remember watching this film. When I was a kid. Yeah, along with other Disney classics like Lady and the Tramps, Sleeping Beauty, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, Jungle Book, Pinocchio, and etc. I remember watching this one when I was a kid. So yeah. But anyways, let's talk about the characters. Robin Hood, he is a great character. And I would definitely have to say Brian Bedford did a great job voicing him. So yeah, Robin Hood is a great character. And Brian Bedford did a great job voicing him too. So yeah, and Little John, he is a great character too. And I would definitely have to say Phil Harris did a great job voicing him. And Phil Harris, and yeah, this is the third Disney character that Phil Harris voiced, because he also voiced, which we all know, Phil Harris also voiced Baloo from The Jungle Book and Thomas O'Malley from The Aristocats, which I already reviewed on both Jungle Book and Aristocats. I'll maybe put the link in the description below, if you want to, in case you want to see them. But yeah, and of course Maymarian, who's the female fox. She's a sweet, cute, and adorable, and a kind character. Yeah, well, I love Maymarian. I really loved Maymarian. She's a sweet, cute, and kind character. And I would have to say Robin Hood and Maymarian do make a great perfect match too. So yeah, not to mention. So yeah. And Friar Tuck, who I believe is the honey badger, who is the priest of the church. Friar Tuck, he's a great character too, and got other characters like this rabbit named Skippy. He's a cute character, and also we got the three. And this movie has three villains. So we got of course Prince John, who always wants to have the one that always wants to have the money to himself, and when he does not have his way, he sucks his thumb while while he calls for his mommy, and yeah. Yeah. He calls for his mom while sucking his thumb, and yeah, like a baby, and yeah. Yeah. Prince John, I'll have to say, Prince John, he is one of the weak one. Just like Edgar from the Aristocats, Prince John is one of the weaker Disney villains, in my opinion. It's hilarious that he acts very. It is hilarious. His character, his personality is like hilarious because when he does not have his way, he just calls for his mom and sucks his thumb like an infant, and yeah, that was kind of hilarious. And also his henchman, Hiss, who's the snake. Snake. He's a pretty good villain, and I have to say, and I believe he is voiced by Sterling Holloway, I think. You know, the same actor who voiced Winnie the Pooh in Winnie the Pooh. I think he is voiced by Sterling Holloway, but I could be wrong though, but I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, Sterling Holloway, you know, the voice of Winnie the Pooh, the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, and Sterling Holloway also voiced another Disney snake, which we all know he voiced Kaa from The Jungle Book. And yeah, and of course the Sheriff of Nottingham, he's a great character villain, and yeah, and the voice actor who voiced the Sheriff of Nottingham also voiced one of the dogs from the Aristocats. So yeah, I forgot who the actor's name was. Maybe I should have looked it up before doing this review. So yeah, and I should have made sure that his is voiced by Sterling Holloway. I should have looked that up too. So yeah, but if I'm wrong, I will correct myself in the description. So yeah. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure his is voiced by Sterling Holloway. So yeah. And King Richard, he's a great character, although we only see him at the very end. And so, yeah. And also, forgot about May Marian. May Marian's voice actress is the same voice actor who voiced one of the geeses from the Aristocats. And same with the, that Lady Cluck. You know, the chicken with the blue dress. Both of these actors, the actors who voiced May Marian and Lady Cluck, would voice the two geeses from the Aristocats. So, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. But anyways, Lady Cluck, she's a great character too, and yeah. Yeah, and then, is there any other character I could think of as of right now? Not really. Those are the only characters I could think of on top of my head as I speak. And now, let's talk about the songs. This movie has so many great songs. The song from the opening song, you know, that was catchy. And of course, Oola Lottie, you know, the song where they sung about Robin Hood and Little John in the forest, and yeah. Oola Lottie is a great song, and was another song? Oh, Love Goes On? That was a beautiful song, and that's probably my favorite song from this movie, Love Goes On. That was a very beautiful song, and also, on my Animax channel, this year on Valentine's on my Animash channel, I did a music video of and I used the song Love Goes On. I did that music video on Valentine's Day this year on my other channel, my Animash Lover channel, and yeah, I'll probably put the link to that video. I'll put the link of that video in the description below too. So yeah, if I can. So yeah. Yeah, in case you guys are interested. And of course the song about when they sung about Prince John being the foaming king of England. That was a great song. That was a great song, and the sad song, I believe is called Not in Nottingham. I think I could be wrong though. You know, the song where all the animals are like, all the people are like locked up in prison, and yeah, that was a sad song too. But yeah, all the songs in this movie are great. And also, forgot to mention in the Prince John Foaming King of England song, I know a lot of people have noticed this. Some of the characters kind of copy some of the dance moves, and the kind of copy the dance moves in previous Disney films. Like, this has been like going on for a while. Like, you know, a lot of people had noticed this in this film. Like, you know, the characters in this movie copied the dance moves from some certain previous Disney animated films, like Snow White, The Jungle Book, and The Aristocats. Which, yeah, which is kind of interesting. That they just decided to, that Disney decided to the animators just decided to have the characters copy dance moves of previous Disney characters from previous films. Which those films would be Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, The Jungle Book, and The Aristocats. And yeah. So yeah. So anyways, I found that pretty interesting. That they actually did that. So, yeah. Is there any? So yeah, that's kind of interesting. So yeah, those are all the songs. Now, and fun fact about this movie. Here's a bit of a fun fact about this movie. This is like the only fun fact about this film is, like most film adaptations of Robin Hood, most of the Robin Hood characters from other film adaptations are humans. But the Disney version, instead of humans, they just replaced the humans with animals. Which, yeah, this is the only film adaptation of Robin Hood that doesn't involve any humans. Just animals. Well, animals that act like us. Or animals that act like people. Like, like furries, whatever. Yeah, like animals that act like humans. So yeah, this is the only film adaptation of Robin Hood that does not involve any humans. So yeah, which is pretty interesting. Like I said, most film adaptations of Robin Hood and even the original book or Marvel is all humans. But this film is just animals. So yeah. Yeah, Robin Hood, great classic. great classic. Even though some people may consider this to be one of the weaker Disney films, but it's still a great classic from what it is. So, yeah. But anyways, that's all I can say about Robin Hood. So anyways, I'm gonna give Robin Hood a 10 out of 10. There are absolutely no flaws with this film. So, yeah. So anyways, yeah, Robin Hood, great movie. So yeah, but anyways, that is it for my movie review on Robin Hood. And stay tuned for my next movie review, which will be on The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. But until then, see you in the next video. Bye.